हमें बताया गया था कि आपका धर्म कौन सा है? इंसानियत, humanity, which is a very important concept.
True.
And we practice that. So I must share with you that we had National Rural Health Mission, and there are 8 divisions, and I worked in 4 of them. उसमें से there was one on reforms in medical education. So in that we wrote a chapter that as medical students, when you go to medical college, what do you see? We see a dead body. हमारी जिंदगी की सूरत है medical, you see a dead body. And what is missing is teaching of humanities. So we had suggested that humanities subject should be made compulsory. Behavioral sciences.
आपने तो बोला भी है कि listening and empathy are such important skills for a doctor. I think they're important skills in life.
Yeah.
Not just for a doctor, but maybe very important in their field.
Yeah.
Welcome to Unbox, Conversations that Inspire. It's a podcast about people or with people who've led unconventional lives, made some bold choices and are doing their best to contribute to the world. Today I have with me someone very, very special. He's an eminent medical teacher. He's a nutritionist. He's an epidemiologist. He is a health economist and a community physician. He is fondly known as the Iodine Man of India for the work that he has done to eradicate iodine deficiency in India. And in fact, he's the leading authority globally on the subject as well. I have with me Padma Shree awardee, Mr. Chandrakant Pandav. Thank you so much, Dr. Pandav.
Namaste, namaskar, namaskaram.
Thank you so much for being with us here today, and I'm so glad that you made it. The first thing I want to ask you is, you spent so many decades working for public health. How did this journey of discovering iodine deficiency start off?
Before I answer your question, there are 3 things I want to say.
Yeah, please.
First is I want to express my gratitude to the Defense Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force. We can sleep in peace during daytime or not because they are awake 24 hours. So usko main dhanyawad dena chahta hu, shukrana. The second was COVID-19 warriors. In the first wave, 700 doctors died. In second wave, 750 doctors died. तो उनको मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ, gratitude. I remember a poem, Into the Valley of Death, wrote the 600. They knew that they're interacting with COVID-19 patients and there was a high risk of dying. Even they did their duty. तो उनको मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ.
I think from all of us.
And I think we should take care of their families. I think the government of India has some scheme, but as a social contribution to the society, हमें भी अपनी तरफ से एक बूंद बूंद का पानी भी हो देना चाहिए.
I fully agree with you.
Mother Teresa said that sometimes you think that what you do is only a drop in the ocean. But remember that ocean would be less without that drop if you don't give that drop.
That's so true.
बूंद बूंद से तालाब बनता है.
That is so true.
Now about my journey, it's been a roller coaster ride. And
As are most journeys.
Like all journeys. Otherwise, it's not a journey.
Correct.
जिंदगी का सफर है. ये जिंदगी का सफर है. इसकी कहानी ऐसे मेरे बचपन से शुरू हुई. When I was a child, my parents told me, Chandrakant, you are born to serve the society. Sanskar. Very strong foundation. Even an ant lives for itself, even a frog lives for himself or herself. Would you like to be ant or frog or serve the society? That was very strong right from my childhood. Then I was very lucky to study in the National Model School, Aga Khan Palace, Nagar Road, Pune. Aga Khan Palace was where 1942 Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned after the famous meeting in Mumbai, Quit India. He was taken overnight to Aga Khan Palace, and he spent that time in Aga Khan Palace, 1942. Unfortunately, his wife died in that place, and so did his secretary, Madhav Bhai Desai. It's very interesting how life is. The nephew of Madhav Bhai Desai, Sukumar Desai, was my batchmate in MBBS. देखिए ना,
कैसे connection होता है?
Kasturba Gandhi. So there are rooms there by their names. Right now it's taken by the government of Maharashtra. There is a society, Gandhi Smriti Society, which is taking care. But my school had a very important role in shaping who I am today. I studied in Marathi medium till class 7. And गाँव में तो आपको पता है कि ABCD भी नहीं आती थी मुझे.
And you speak so fluently today. You've written books and research papers. That must have been quite something to overcome.
Actually, Tanvi, मेरी जिंदगी की कहानी, if you want to see in one word, guru.
In fact, that is what I wanted to ask you also, because you have, in a couple of interviews, you have mentioned that, you said, I've been blessed with mentors and spiritual mentors and guru in my life. What is the importance of a guru in your life or a mentor in your life?
The word guru is one who dispels darkness. That's the first thing, who dispels darkness. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. That is the executive summary of what I want to share with you over the next few minutes. Your first guru in your life is your mother. The first truth of life is your mother and father. So I was very blessed, as I told you, that as a child they told me that you are born to serve the society. Sanskar. I also must share with you that I was born in a village in Karmala in Solapur district. Solapur or Kolhapur. Kolhapur ki chappal, Solapur ki chaddar. I have many interesting tales to tell you about this. What happened is I had the best friend, Tilak Mishra, was visiting Kolhapur with me. So I went to the famous shop, they knew me very well. So मैंने बोला कि मेरे बड़े प्यारे दोस्त आए दिल्ली से, उनके लिए बढ़िया कोल्हापुरी चप्पल निकाल दीजिएगा. तो उन्होंने पूछा है कौन सी चप्पल. मैंने बोला आपको बताया कोल्हापुरी चप्पल. नहीं साहब, हमारे पास दो तरह की चप्पल है, एक पहनने की, एक मारने की.
आपको कौन सी वाली चाहिए, पहनने वाली कि मारने वाली?
Then Surapur is famous for चटनी, मूंगफली की चटनी. अगली बार ऐसे मैं ला के रखा है, आपको दे दूंगा घर में. चटनी, very famous for chutney. And jawar. Jawar, it is called the pearl.
In fact, you've written a whole paper on millets, right?
Yes.
And you're saying that last time we met, you said wheat is killing us, and I'm being polite when I say that.
That's right. Wheat is a foreign crop to us. 1856, the Britishers introduced in India. Though it's a resilient crop, but it is killing people a lot. Wheat should not be eaten at all. Dr. Ishi Khosla was the first one to raise this voice, and she's a very good friend of mine. Wheat, quit India.
The next Quit India movement. And go back to our old grains.
While respect to the millets, I have a book where millets were eaten 5,000 years ago. 5,000 साल पहले. I have a reference. आप जब आएंगे मैं वो किताब दिखा दूंगा. एक बड़ी अच्छी आदत मेरी लगी बचपन से. I talk of evidence-based medicine. Evidence, not eminence-based. हम एविडेंस होते हैं तभी बात करते हैं. महाभारत में कहा था यहाँ सूरज है, यहाँ जयद्रथ है. पांडव है ना, इसलिए मैं ये बोलता हूँ.
So, you were telling how your school played a very important role in shaping who you are today.
The principal was N.D. Nagarwala. He is from Ahmednagar. And his wife was Erin Nagarwala, husband wife. They did not have children. We used to call them Ma and Baap. तो मैंने बचपन के माँ बाप जिन्होंने मुझे जन्म दिया वो गांव में रह गए, मैं पुणे आ गया. तो मुझे दूसरे माँ बाप मिल गए. लोग उस समय माँ बाप सरकार की बात करते थे. आपकी सरकार माँ बाप सरकार है. So they inculcate the discipline. There are four things I learned from my school. Thank you, please, excuse me, goodbye.
And how have these helped you in your life?
Please. What does it cost to call you please? And one thing I want to share with you, Tanvi, I met many presidents.
Hmm.
President Nelson Mandela. What a person. I met him in Dhaka, in Dhaka Sheraton, in Bangladesh. चेहरे के ऊपर शांति.
Hmm.
He was imprisoned for 27 years on that island. And he was partially blind because he was working in a quarry where the light was reflected, the sunlight. Peace, Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti. I met many presidents. I met the King of Thailand. He gave us time for 15 minutes. That was at the Summer Palace. He spent 1 hour and 15 minutes with us. I met the chairman of the Communist Party of China. तो मुझे सारे लोग मिले जिंदगी में गुरु की मेहरबानी से, गुरु की मेहर से, गुरु के आशीर्वाद से. I also interacted with peons, but I take them with the same respect. क्यों? वो भी इंसान ही है. हमारे स्कूल में there was no column for religion or caste. Very important. I'm talking of 1960s.
This is really important.
हमें बताया गया था कि आपका धर्म कौन सा है? इंसानियत, humanity, which is a very important concept.
True.
And we practice that. So, आपके अंदर जो आत्मा है, मेरे अंदर में जो आत्मा है, हमारी जो टीम के है, उसके अंदर जो आत्मा है, वो एक ही परमात्मा के है. So we are all related. In this birth, it is because of our karma, either the past karmas, that you're going through this cycle. Otherwise, how do you expect a boy from village who did not have chappals to wear to go to the school is sitting in front of you today?
Having won a Padma Shree award.
Yeah. Padma Shri. वो श्री की कृपा है, श्री. उसमें भी श्री है. पद्मा में भी श्री है.
What is the one belief you think you've had and that has held you in good stead? Like something that you strongly believe and that belief has been like a foundation for you?
I would like to quote from my hero of my life, Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji's had a very important influence in my life, Swami Vivekananda. 12th January, his date of birth, celebrated in India as the Youth Day. That keeps you youth. Swamiji recently wrote a book, which is written by a friend of mine, Believe in Yourself. So you ask me one thing, believe in yourself. हमारे संस्कृत स्क्रिप्चर में यही है, आखिर जिंदगी क्या है, किसके लिए है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं, कहाँ कर रहे हैं, किसके साथ कर रहे हैं, कब कर रहे हैं. इट इज इन सर्च ऑफ योरसेल्फ.
That is so true.
हम अपने आप की खोज कर रहे हैं. तो बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ. If you ask me, that's my foundation.
Right.
Also, be polite.
Yeah, there is a difference between confidence and arrogance.
That's right. Confidence and arrogance. ये मुझे स्कूल में बताया था. Humility, confidence. I must share with you that we had a D. Nobili college near my school. And Jesuits' fathers used to come and teach English. Jesuits is the brain of the church, as you know.
Yes.
And my father came from Sri Lanka, Father Paul. I still remember him. Father Paul taught me two skills. One was basketball.
Oh, wow.
I still play basketball.
Wow.
In fact, when I came to All India Institute in August 71, the seniors were playing basketball and they called me, hey, pressure, आइए इधर. तुझको basketball खेलने आता क्या? मैंने आता है, मैं तो बचपन से खेलते हूँ. So when they saw my dribbling and shooting the goals, they were shocked. They said, you are a team member.
As a fresher.
As a fresher.
Wow.
And our first match was with IIT Delhi. And we won.
AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences versus IIT Delhi. Wow, that must have been an iconic match.
We scored 86 points. They scored 40. And out of 86 points, I scored 52 points. So I was a hero. उसके बाद मेरी रैगिंग नहीं हुई. My senior used to protect me. इसको छोड़ो यार, इसको हाथ नहीं लगाएगा.
ये बड़ा प्रेशियस बच्चा है ये. हमारे टीम का मेंबर है.
But team members में हमारे स्कूल में there was more emphasis on team members. And my principal N.D. Nagral used to say, you're playing because you're enjoying playing. Winning and losing should not be your aim in life. तो जिंदगी में ये बहुत बड़ा वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन. आप जो कुछ भी करें, जीत 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 हार, don't focus on that. Do your best. The second skill he told me was debating.
Oh,
Debating.
communication and debate.
So both of us used to be on the basketball court. He used to spend 1 hour with me. And you know how he trained me? मुंह में पत्थर डालते थे. He used to put stones in my mouth and he said, you speak.
So clarity of speech came.
So diction, deportation, dress, and dialect. 4 Ds. That's what I learned from Father Paul. So when I went to Sri Lanka, I looked around for him in search of a guru, but I couldn't meet him. And I must tell you, the president of Sri Lanka, Mahinda Rajpaksha, became a very good friend of mine. उसकी कहानी मैं और कभी बता दूंगा.
So, how you mentioned Swami Vivekananda and said one belief of yours that has held you as your foundation is believe in yourself. I read a quote in your office also, which said, which was from Swami Vivekananda, where he said, take up an idea, make that idea your whole life. Let your body, soul, spirit, and I'm paraphrasing here, let every part of your being, sort of live with that idea and say no to every other idea and dedicate your life. That's how you succeed. And it was such a powerful thought. Was that something that drove you to take up iodine as a cause?
Actually, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. I joined medicine to become a neurosurgeon. I did my house job in neurosurgery. I must share with you, Tanvi. I was one of the early ones to operate ventilators. That time they were called Bird's respirator. That's my story goes. I was the first one to start a pain clinic.
Chronic pain clinic.
Chronic. For all the happiness mankind gets, it's not from pleasure, but in rest from pain. Why do people come to doctors? Pain and suffering. I started that. So that innovation was inbuilt in my blood. मैंने अपना रास्ता, अपनी जिंदगी की स्क्रिप्ट खुद लिखी है.
आप बोलते भी हो ना, you said the purpose of life is not happiness, it's usefulness. And you were inspired by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yes. By large number of gurus, actually, starting with my parents, by his principal N.D. Nagarwala, his wife Erin Nagar, and most important, my colleagues. मैं उनसे भी सीखा हूँ. Even this is my guru. She tells you very important thing. Those who are thirsty, she is holding the water. ये भी मेरा गुरु है. In fact, हमारे संस्कृत लिटरेचर में, which is very powerful, पुरुष सूक्त में कहा है, when you do yajna, you pray for the welfare of human beings. You pray for the welfare of animals. You pray for the welfare of trees and flowers. And you pray also for welfare of inanimate things. इनकी भी look at the high level of culture that we have. कितना ऊंचा है पुरुष सूक्तम.
That's so true. That's so true.
अब बात आई स्वामी जी की. When I took MD in community medicine, there was a cyclone in Orissa. My director, Professor V. Ramalinga Swami, called me. Chandrakant, he used to call me Chandrakant. What do you want to become? He said, I want to become a neurosurgeon. I got a fellowship, Tanvi, to go to Karolinska Institute in Stockholm for 5 years straight away. Karolinska Institute in Stockholm is a place where the Nobel Prize award function is being held.
Oh, wow.
I denied that. Professor Ramalingam said that go and work in the cyclone of Orissa. India does not require neurosurgeons, India requires public health.
That's how the journey
That was the first turning point in my life. Then came the question of working on iodine, again by accident. Because of my house job in neurosurgery, I was interested in head injuries. That time the helmets were not there, they were not compulsory. And Tanvi, with one head injury, is the whole night we used to be awake. The hardest time I worked in my life was neurosurgery. 6 महीने तक हमने ना चांद देखा ना सूरज देखा.
हॉस्पिटल में थे.
सिर्फ हॉस्पिटल में. And a lot of time it was very depressing and frustrating and emotionally
Draining also.
draining, very draining. Young boys, their parents will ask me कि मेरा बेटा ठीक होगा क्या? क्या बताऊँ? He was on a ventilator. I'm making a statement for the first time publicly. To reduce the anxiety of the parents, I have switched off the ventilators. First statement I pick. I had no choice. It was a vegetative existence. मैंने मैं सबसे पहले मैं पहली बार मैं पब्लिकली बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन जिंदगी में एक समय आता है, कितने दिनों तक उनको रखेंगे वेंटिलेटर के लिए. देयर वाज अ क्यू ऑफ पीपल हु वर ऑन द वेंटिलेटर्स. तो पाप या पुण्य मैंने लिया है और मैं पहली बार पब्लिकली बोल रहा हूँ.
Yeah, I think it's a very heartfelt sharing that you're doing here today. And I think your intent was only to help.
I
That
couldn't,
intent is pure. So,
I couldn't stand
पाप
it.
और पुण्य तो ऊपर वाला डिसाइड करेगा.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I saw me. But मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा, बहुत बुरा. Now it's compulsory to wear helmets. पुणे वाले नहीं मानते, अभी तक नहीं पहनते. Even today, I come from Pune and today they are not wearing helmets. So one of the debate that was taking place in the municipal corporation, that there is a distance while kissing. इसलिए हम हेलमेट नहीं पहनते. क्या पागलपन है. Some people there you can talk, they'll talk nonsense.
But tell me, you've been involved in public health for so many years. What is one of the challenges that you're seeing in public health and maybe nutrition today? Because we are getting, I think the quality of food that we are eating today is obviously not even remotely close to what our grandparents ate.
That's right. I must share with you that in we had National Rural Health Mission, and there are 8 divisions, and I worked in 4 of them. उसमें से there was one on reforms in medical education, and I was the member secretary, and the chairman was former health secretary, Javed. So in that we wrote a chapter that as medical students, when you go to medical college, what do you see? We see a dead body. हमारी जिंदगी की सूरत है the medical college, you see a dead body. And what is missing is teaching of humanities. So we had suggested that humanities subject should be made compulsory. Behavioral sciences.
आपने तो बोला भी है कि listening and empathy are such important skills for a doctor. I think they're important skills in life,
Yeah.
not just for a doctor, but maybe very important in their field.
I wrote an article in Tata Trust magazine called Horizons that doctors must learn to listen. A study was carried out to demonstrate, to find out how much time doctors spend with the patients. 2 मिनट. 2 मिनट तो मैगी नूडल भी नहीं बनती है.
Correct. That is so true.
So doctors must learn to listen, but they also must be exposed to 5 important behavioral sciences: psychology, sociology, anthropology, political science, and economics. हमने 1996 में लिखा.
आपने तो health economics पढ़ी भी है.
Health economics, I was one of the early health economics.
Correct.
So this is not being practiced today, even today. My report must be gathering dust in the ministry. That's what happens. Decisions are taken, I told you early, not evidence but eminence.
Yeah. So you followed the evidence-based philosophy through life. So even if you're saying that doctors must be taught social skills and social sciences, is coming from the fact कि भाई आप जब डॉक्टर को मिलने जाते हो तो 2 मिनट में आपका डायग्नोसिस हो जाता है. A lot of it is also assumption, and maybe many times the assumption is correct, but many times you miss.
Actually,
a
you're being
diagnosis.
very generous. 2 मिनट में आप नहीं कर सकते diagnosis. 90% of your diagnosis is made based on the history, and I'll give an evidence for that. In olden times, the Vaidya used to hold up your nadi pariksha. There were 2 reasons. One was the disease that everybody was afraid was leprosy. If the Vaidya touched your hand, that means you are assured that you don't have leprosy. The second was the pulse, nadi pariksha. He was basically taking history. ये हमारा एंशियंट प्रैक्टिस है. Why should you follow the colonial practices?
True.
Wheat में colonial, इसमें colonial.
I know. I think it's going to take. It's going away. I think our colonial history is being recognized and removed, but it's a slow process. I think a
Yes.
very, very slow process, right?
I was a member of the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. I was a member there for many years.
भी आप नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन मिशन
Right
का भी
now,
पार्ट है
I'm right now a member, only NGO member, बाकी सब सरकारी है. नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन
मिशन
मिशन का मेंबर है, ओनली एनजीओ. इसलिए मैं जो मर्जी बोलता हूँ. तो मेरी नौकरी का सवाल नहीं है ना. ना इंक्रीमेंट का है, ना ट्रांसफर का है. So we are going through undernutrition and overnutrition. Most severely acute malnutrition, unfortunately, is very highly prevalent in India.
still
Sam, and overnutrition, the new epidemic, obesity,
overnutrition,
overnutrition, and junk foods.
packaged food, pre-packaged food, junk food.
It's you're eating not a food, you're eating a poison. Aerated drinks, you're drinking poison.
True.
But what is happening is they have marketing skills and they have marketing budget. I went to Langtang Valley in Nepal, which is at 14,000 feet. So I was carrying out goitre and craterism survey, 14,000 feet.
Wow.
By helicopter, it took us 40 minutes. If we were to do trekking, it would take 22 days to reach. So there was a Swiss cheese factory there. हमारे पास चीज है वो. आखिर जिंदगी भी क्या चीज है.
जिंदगी तो बहुत बढ़िया चीज है लेकिन आप स्विस चीज के बारे में बता रहे थे मुझे.
So you know what I saw there? I saw Coca-Cola advertisement there. Coca-Cola at 14,000 feet, the population of that village must be 280
But there was an ad there.
of Coca-Cola. Because their budget. I also went to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, where that famous formula is there.
Yeah, the famous one.
So we don't have that marketing, social marketing. Shall I tell you one more thing about social marketing?
Yes, please.
The best example of social marketing is Khajuraho temple. You'll be shocked.
Really?
Yeah. Because during those days, there were wars between Muslim, Rajputs, and Hindus. So a lot of men died. So they needed a men population. So they had on Khajuraho the sex position so that they can produce more children.
That was social marketing.
First example of social. उसका evidence मैं दे दूंगा. I'll show you that evidence.
My God, I've never seen Khajuraho the Khajuraho, carvings being described as
Yeah, that was
social marketing. Yeah, true. It was passing a message.
That's right. And temples, the message from the temples was taken as the truth.
True.
Very interesting.
Very, very, very interesting. And like I said, I've never heard this perspective before. So, undernutrition, overnutrition, and I think all of this will only go away, like you said, with social marketing and social awareness.
Yeah,
That's really the first step and the toughest step.
that's right.
But you've faced many challenges in your life, you've seen ups and downs, like you said. We started the first statement of our discussion was life's been a roller coaster journey. How have you handled challenges that you faced? Like what's kept you going?
I think the most important was social skills. I'm very good at making friends.
Yes, we become friends.
Yeah. और मुझे बात करने की बहुत आदत है. कोई नहीं मिला तो मैं पेड़ से बात करता हूँ. पत्थर से बात करता हूँ. हेलो पत्थर, यू हैव बीन एट द सेम स्पॉट, तुम कब उठोगे यहाँ से? तो सबसे बात करता हूँ. Social skills is very important. So when I was working in Gonda, Basti, Behraich, Gorakhpur, Deolia, Patna, मुजफ्फरपुर, सीतामढ़ी, दरभंगा, मधुबनी, पहले तो हम रोज अंडे खाते थे. संडे टू संडे खा लो अंडे. That is the only thing we could make. Then later on, the village shifter started calling them for lunch or dinner. I also met Fulan Devi
Wow.
in Gonda. And she said, Dr. Pandav, मैंने आपका नाम बहुत सुना है कि आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं. मैं आपके लिए क्या कर सकती हूँ? मैंने बोला आपका आशीर्वाद चाहिए. She gave me one gunman
Yeah,
round the clock. मेरे
to
पास
protect you.
मेरे पास क्या है लेने में? जो कुछ भी इधर है. और ये जितना देता है उतना बढ़ता है. Knowledge is like a fertilizer.
Yeah.
If you keep it in the corner of the garden it stinks. If you spread, you get fragrance. So I also teach my students even today. मुझे अच्छा लगता है.
No, I think my interactions with you, even when we were planning to have this conversation and throughout, I think every time I speak with you, I look at life differently, and and I think one of the things that my takeaway from our interaction has been how aligned you are to the universe, and you feel that you are a medium. जो भी आपको, whatever. Whatever you're able to accomplish is coming through you.
That's right. I'm only a medium. करने वाला तो आई एम अ ग्रेट डिवोटी ऑफ लॉर्ड शिवा. ग्रेट डिवोटी, शिव भक्त है. और मेरे हाथ सारे ज्योतिर्लिंग को मैंने बताया ना, सारे ज्योतिर्लिंग है. तो मुझे बहुत याद है आ रही है एक गीत की जो आखिरी में मैं बता दूंगा.
Please.
तो जो हमारे बीच में जो संवाद हुआ, जो बातें हुई, हम जो एक दूसरे से जो बात कर रहे हैं, that we have been engaged into our conversation with each other, I am reminded of a very nice song, ये जिंदगी के मेले.
While it's loading, tell me one thing. What do you think the world is now beginning to learn from India? Because for a long time you said we have this whole colonial
Yeah,
past that we are carrying, but I think we're at a cusp where maybe the tables might be turning.
yeah. What we are learning, what the world is learning from India is very simple. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The world is my family.
Yes, something that we believed for generations.
Yeah. One world, one earth, one business, one planet, one people.
I think we're spiritually, physically, planetarily all connected, and everything that we do as individuals eventually impacts every other person on the planet. They're not singular choices that we make. Every choice affects everyone else.
And do you know who was the teacher who taught us this?
No.
COVID-19.
Yeah, that's true. That is
It did
so
not
true.
respect any boundaries, no discrimination, caste, color, creed, political boundaries. The entire world was affected. And I must tell you here that again India was a leader.
Yes, we were.
It sent the vaccines to Brazil.
And many
Sanjeevani.
other countries.
I'm telling you because Sanjeevani, हमारे हनुमान संजीवनी बूटी लेके साओ पाउलो चले गए थे. Tanvi, I just want to share with you, where medicine fails, music heals. I've done a lot of study on music.
Yeah.
पिछले जन्म में मैं तानसेन था, इस जन्म में मैं कानसेन हूँ.
You listen to music.
तो अभी तक हमारी जो बात हुई है आपस की, मेरी जिंदगी की, दुनिया की, यहाँ पे जो प्रश्न है, जो उत्तर है, जो संस्कार है, इसमें
You shared is such a powerful thought, but I think it's so true also. What you just shared, that when medicine fails or when science fails, music and dance has such a powerful role to play. आप कोई भी पिक्चर साइलेंट पे देखो, इमोशन नहीं आएंगे, लेकिन जब बैकग्राउंड स्कोर आता है तो फीलिंग्स एंड इमोशंस गेट इन्वॉल्व्ड. सो आई थिंक म्यूजिक इज अ वेरी वेरी पावरफुल healer and can be a powerful healer. Thank you so much, Dr. Pandav, for being with us here today, sharing your wisdom, your insight, your learnings from life. It's been truly an honor.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
There are three kinds of people in this world: those who are wise, those who are otherwise, and those who supervise.
On that note, that's it on Unbox with Tanvi. We'll catch you on the other side.